Hey gang, welcome to the Chrissy Sam and Brownie podcast.
Titus O'Reilly dropped in today and we talked all things Hall of Fame catch-up event with you, Brownie.
He was on fire, and some people want some money today.
Hey mate, $1 million. Dongs.
Yeah.
$1 million dongs.
Yeah,
We
not
love that.
fooling.
Apologies in advance. I was a bit grumpy.
Yeah, you were. I didn't float this with you. When you think of Dr. Carl, who comes to your mind first? Which face?
Dr. Carl, the neighbours guy.
Yes!
yeah.
I told you.
Enjoy the podcast.
Chrissy, Sam and Brownie.
The podcast.
Oh, what a sight for sore eyes you are, Jonathan Brown.
Oh, it's good to be back, Christine Swan. We had a great night at the Hall of Fame. Not last night, the night before, Tuesday night. How was Dave O'Neill, though?
Wonderful.
Oh, magnificent.
A mess.
Did we lose our licence?
Almost.
Almost.
Yeah.
I did hear about a little skit that happened.
Oh, did
Almost.
you? Yeah, they got to you?
Yeah.
This time yesterday, Dave O'Neill was chowing down on a vending machine cookie and a Diet Coke.
Yeah.
Magnificent.
And what do you say off air? He goes, I've been drinking this for 30 years, still fat.
Hey, you did.
Well, my daughter was chowing down on... she went to the Hall of Fame, and then after about an hour or so, she's bored.
Yeah.
So she went upstairs with Simon Black's kids.
Great.
Juddy's young fella. They
Hey.
went upstairs
Yeah.
and ordered, they put the robes on and ordered room service, which consisted of French fries and ice cream.
Oh, my God.
Mate, what a combination.
She's living her
Living
best
her-
life.
Living her best life.
What
Yeah.
a thrill, man, for those kids.
Her name's not Liv anymore, it's Sliving.
Yes. Sliving Brown.
Sliving Brown.
Living Brown.
Mate, Liv looked gorgeous.
She looked gorgeous, didn't she?
Yeah.
She was. It was the first time really dressed up. So the nails, stick-on nails, the makeup,
Bless.
the hair.
Did she love it?
Oh, yeah, just a bit of mirror time. Oh, well, I caught her about half a dozen times. I walked past and there she is just sneaking into those mirrors behind the door in the walk-in robes.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, a bit of time in front of her. And the long legs, she's already got the Posh Spice long leg happening for the photos.
Sure,
Hey,
she has.
Did you disgrace yourself? A little bit.
Hey,
A little bit.
Well, I couldn't have disgraced myself because yesterday
Yes.
afternoon, I've already told Pang to make sure you pick up the paper on the way here.
Yeah.
I won the club competition at Huntingdale Golf Club.
You son of a bitch.
So,
Were you hungover at all?
Swanee, I actually wasn't. Because it wasn't a crazy night.
Okay,
it's
good.
one of those nights. When I got engaged in a shout with Sticks Kernan, I thought, oh shit, my golf game might be in a bit of trouble tomorrow.
Yes.
But he was well behaved.
I'm so glad you had fun. That's
Thanks,
lovely.
Chrissy, Sam and Brownie.
Have you checked out whatif.com's top 10 winter weekenders yet?
How good's a what if tip?
Fraser Coast is in there. Coral Coast, Bruny Island, Orange.
Book your winter getaway on the What If app.
What if it's Aussie for travel?
It's Chrissy, Sam and Brownie, and it's time for...
Brownie's bad news.
I had to reread this a couple of times when it came across my desk early in the week, just to make sure it actually happened, Swanee.
At the end, though, we'll feel good, right?
Well, it will feel good. It was actually on the.
No, we're guaranteed to not feel good.
Oh.
That's the point
Oh,
of
no,
the
sorry.
segment.
Oh.
It was on the.
Generally, a storytelling segment involves a journey. You feel bad, but then there's a happy ending. Not so in this one.
And I knew because it was on the ABC website. I thought, well, this is not made up.
Yeah.
Usually the ABC.
I know what you mean.
They're not rolling
Yeah.
with just fake articles.
I know what you mean.
I'm going to take you over to India, where a 70-year-old woman was trampled to death by an elephant. Got some big elephants over there.
Wow.
And her corpse was then bizarrely further attacked. Police said Maya Murmu, that's her name, 2 words, had been fetching water from a well in eastern India's state of Odisha
Yes.
on Thursday when an elephant came barrelling toward her. Because they get up ahead of steam, don't they, the elephants, when they really get on the run? They're like, who was that? Mick Nolan, the galloping gasometer,
Yes.
North Melbourne legend.
The elephant.
He was like the elephant, steaming towards her.
Elephant Day.
The tucked pachyderm had apparently escaped from the Dolma Wildlife Sanctuary, which is located in a neighbouring state.
Yeah.
The elephant trampled the woman, who ultimately died of her injuries at a nearby hospital, police told the outlet on Saturday.
Oh, boy.
This is a shocking thing to happen, but this would be reasonably common, you would have thought, in parts of India,
Common?
especially where there's these barrelling elephants.
Are you kidding?
Absolutely. Murmu's family was then performing
reasonably common.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's reasonably common. This is one rogue elephant that broke out of a zoo.
Yeah.
So it's fairly
Reasonably
uncommon.
Reasonably common. Well, it may be because, they are in the wild as well because you've got the Indian elephants and then you've got the African elephants. Now, of course, the African elephant, Swanee, what's the difference?
Tusks.
No, bigger and flappier ears.
Okay. Indian or African?
African. The Indian equivalent are a little bit smaller, but they can still trample people, as we've seen in Mayu Mumu's case.
Well, that's it then, I guess.
No, it continues on.
What?
Obviously, we've got the funeral proceedings where Mumu's family was performing her last rites before lighting a final prayer. A funeral pyre. Have you, Swanee, Pyre?
A pyre. Yeah. It's like a bonfire for humans.
What, where they put her on top?
Yeah, it's part of a ceremonial farewell. That's how they do funerals.
Ceremonial burning. It's going to be like burning Pang by the sounds of things.
Yes.
Performing her last rites before lighting a funeral pyre when the rogue elephant has returned.
What?
The elephant returned and allegedly grabbed her body. The animal then ran away with her body and threw her corpse in the air and took off.
She's already passed.
Yeah.
She already passed. So the elephant comes in, not happy with the proceedings, what's going on, the fact that she's about to be burnt at the stake, grabs a hold of her and throws her into the air.
What?
And then the elephant turns around and then runs off into the night.
He's trolling the funeral.
Yeah.
With the corpse.
He came back to make sure.
What a prick.
Absolutely. He just wanted to make sure. Well, I'm not sure. He might have thought she was being disrespected. But anyway, apparently, though, the family was able to continue on with the ceremony. They soldiered on. The elephant was gone. They soldiered on. They were able to get Mayu back onto the pyre and celebrate her life, which ultimately is a good ending.
Good ending. Did anyone mention the elephant in the room?
Dino.
So there you go. That's an unbelievable story, isn't it?
Wow.
Ultimate bad news.
It's a bad news story.
Yeah.
Well, it is a bad news story, but Vale, Mayu Mumu.
This is the Chrissy, Sam and Brownie podcast.
It's Chrissy, Sam and Brownie on Nova 100. Time for...
Brownie's a big pole.
Not this time, Dino.
Jack's wigging out, but he doesn't know that we arranged to do that.
Yeah, don't panic, Jackie boy.
It's all good. What's the poll? And this is Brownie's segment.
We talked about this. Now we're going to play the real opener. Swan is a big pole. Yes. You think you know what we're doing.
How do you feel about this?
And we're not.
The jury's out. Let's just see in 5 minutes' time.
Brownie's poll works like this. You give two options and people vote on it. Exactly the same with Swanee's big poll. Yesterday I caught up with my friend Josh and it was very nice. We haven't seen each other for ages. We had coffee and delicious breakfast, but we ended up fighting. We ended up having
fisticuffs,
proper brawl, basically,
Really?
at Lycon Deli.
On
Hoddle Street.
Oh.
No, we took it to Lycon Deli, and then out the front we were really punching on.
Richmond
and
supporters coming out now.
I want to settle this poll, right? But I don't want to lead the witness. So what I'm asking is this: 13 24 10. Call now. I'm going to give you a prize just for calling. 13 24 10. We're going to send you to the movies. Okay?
Here's a right hook, your best punch.
So there you go. That is a gift for you for calling now and not knowing where this is going.
Movies.
13 24 10 will send you to the movies. Just call and I'm going to ask you a very simple question and you will know the answer.
Like this.
And we're going to get the absolute first reaction for this poll, and I'm going to settle this argument with my friend Josh.
Question, what sample size would you like? How many calls?
As many as possible.
Interesting.
Are we going to go like a best of 5, a best of 7?
We'll work that out later.
We're going to work that
13 24 10. Who is
Yes?
the first... No, I'm not even going to do it. I'm going to start with Nathan from Clyde. You are the first person that's going to hear our argument from yesterday, Nathan.
Oh, hey.
Hey.
How's it going?
Good, mate. How are you?
Oh, I'm not bad. You know, Melbourne traffic.
Yeah, I know. God.
Car park out there.
Right on, dog.
I don't want to say I miss lockdown, but sometimes I miss lockdown.
Lock us up.
Trust me too.
Yeah. All right, Nath. Here you go. When I say the words Dr. Carl to you, what is the first face that comes to mind?
Dr. Carl.
Yep.
First face.
Yep.
I don't know. Some guy from Neighbours, to be
Okay,
honest.
thank you. One vote.
I don't know. Off to the movies for you, brother.
Nicole from Bond Beach. Who is the first Dr. Carl that comes to your imagination when I say the words Dr. Carl?
I know it sounds stupid, but Carl Stefanovic just comes to my mind straight away.
Interesting.
Interesting. Okay, an outlier.
Despite the doctor being in front of it.
Despite the doctor. All right,
He's
Nicole.
a doctor of fun and charisma.
He sure is.
Well done, Jonathan.
I get to see him on Sunday. I'm presenting a Logie
that'll
Award
be
with
awesome.
him.
He'll be half pissed.
I'm
by
winning
that stage.
already. Jackie from Heidelberg, who is Australia's #1 Dr. Carl?
Neighbours. Dr.
Yep.
Carl from
Thank
Neighbours.
you. Ben from Bitten.
Triple J.
Okay. Dr. Carl Krzelnitsky.
Really? Of
Okay,
course,
yes. That
Happy
was
with
what
that.
my friend Josh says that. Ellie from Greensboro, who is Australia's #1 Dr. Carl?
Triple J.
Oh, my God.
Late run for Triple J.
It's 2 apiece and 1 for Carl Stefanovic. Joshua from Moorabbin, you are the deciding vote. Who is Australia's #1 Dr. Carl?
Come on, guys. It's Neighbours.
Yes! I
it
knew
is.
I was right.
How could it not be? Jen Hanson's man.
Of course.
Good Dr. Alan Fletcher.
I hope you're listening to this, Josh, because that's round 2.
Yeah, choke on that, Josh.
Choke on it, Josh. Sorry, Josh.
Not to take anything away from Triple J, Dr. Carl. A great Dr. Carl.
A great Dr. Carl, but if your first thought is not him when I say the words Dr. Carl.
Krzelnitsky didn't have an affair with Nicola Charles, though.
Correct. Or Nat Bassingthwaite.
Hey,
both.
everyone is off to the movies. Everyone's off to see Minions Rise of Gru.
Yeah.
Only in cinemas June 23. And
Stop singing from your book of lies.
Chrissy, Sam, and Brownie.
The podcast.
Good morning, Melbourne. Welcome to your Thursday and fresh off the front bar set. It's Samuel Pang.
Oh, fresh is very kind of you, Christine.
You don't look
don't know.
like you feel.
Yeah.
If that's any consolation.
I get worried on a Thursday because I'm not on, not on 8 hours.
No.
I get very
Well, you
worried
wouldn't
about
be,
what I.
because obviously you're following Big Brother, so you come on about midnight.
We're going to be...
Mate, you've got me one early.
Yeah.
Because that show is just diabolical.
Is it rated?
The idea.
Of course it is. Hey, that's
How
why
could
you're
it
pushing
be?
front bar
How
back.
could it be? And you've just thrown a couple of haymakers early. Good on you. But I've got 2 hours to. I've just got to go to the ropes now. I'll just go to the corner and take a few.
Yeah.
The idea that we wait for that show to finish just is so annoying.
Are you okay, though?
Not really.
No, okay. Well, let's...
It must take great comfort the fact that he's got a beautiful runway. Like it's probably rating 1 million people.
Shut up. You.
Nice lady.
What is that?
that's the theme, man.
It's a very old
How would anyone
thing.
know?
It's a very old thing.
12 people in the world would just. If I start to have flashback. That's like gunfire to me. Anyway, just take care of me today.
Yeah.
Because I love being here. I love you all.
We will.
We've got lots to talk about.
We will. Can I make you a coffee?
No, you can't.
He's up and about. The bag
All of
isn't
that.
playing tonight.
I'm going to the footy one. I'm going to the footy.
Do you want an egg and some fresh tomato?
To throw at you.
No. To eat.
No, thanks, Sonny. I'm good.
Big.
Ever wondered what happens in the studio? Check out Chrissy, Sam, and Brownie on Instagram.
Hey, I got everything. There's a lot of stuff I haven't got to this week, Swanee.
Great.
One is that, so just going to whip through these. Mm-hmm. Don't, maybe possibly not follow-up questions may not be your friend. You know what I mean?
Okay. Thank you for the
A
warning.
bit light on the details.
No,
Samuel.
I've read. Listen, I've read the articles, but the printer was broken. I haven't printed them out.
okay.
But I've got Essie, go for your life.
Okay.
Royal commission me.
is
I've got.
fun.
I'll have all the information.
You should just have to read the headlines and then we
Speculate.
try to unpack it.
No. Well, here, wait. Look, this is we're Victoria's a destination spot again.
Really?
Yeah, bikies are ditching Queensland to come to Melbourne. There's the new number plates. I can see them already. Victoria, the Bandito state. God forgives, but Banditos don't. You know, that's you got to remember that.
Come
Cut
and
one,
share
we
our
all bleed.
country.
Cut one, we all
bleed.
Victoria, cut one, we all bleed.
Oh, that's perfect.
That's a good number plate.
It's much better weather for Bandito's gear down here than in Queensland, I think. The beards
point,
keep your
Swan.
face warm, all that leather. This is a great tune.
That's a good song. Is that an actual song?
No, I don't think so. I think it's just the theme from Underbelly.
That's good. So there you go. That's something to look out for. Dave O'Neill was in here yesterday, Brownie.
Yes,
Oh,
I
how was the
heard
Hall
that.
of Fame?
Hall of Fame was magnificent. Had a great night. It was great to watch those. Some of those legends get up there and get presented.
What was the Hall of Fame again?
Magnificent.
Did you have a big one?
Magnificent. Not as big as I would have thought. I must admit, when I did engage in a shout with Styx Kerner, and I thought,
Oh, look out.
could be a little bit rusty tomorrow. But no, it was good. It was a very respectful evening.
We're unpacking it big later, though.
Yeah, before 9.
Florida man was bitten by an alligator, Swanee, this week.
He was tasty.
Whoa!
There's a couple of bits
There
up.
is Resort Crocodile.
Resort Crocodile's back. Resort.
One for the old fans.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. We're not going to explain Resort Crocodile.
He was lip smacking good.
Florida man bitten by an alligator. It's always a Florida man, by the way. Gets
That's
in
where
trouble.
I live.
That's right.
Remember Soup Cans used to love Resort
He did,
Crocodile,
mate.
that character.
No, he hated it.
Our boss did not.
Florida man bitten by an alligator he thought was a dog.
That's an easy mistake to make. Come on.
You know, it happened at 12:34 a.m. Right? Do you reckon alcohol was involved?
Not from me.
Not from you, Resort
I'm
Crocodile.
straight as a die.
Nothing. There's the old saying.
Just
though.
hungry.
There's the old saying though. Nothing good happens after 12:33 a.m. We've got to remember that.
That's true.
Snoop Dogg's professional joint roller
Yeah.
has got a raise.
So they should.
Mate, good on him.
Jeez, I would have loved
Mate.
to have heard that conversation.
I'm going to give you a
Wouldn't
raise. Isn't that amazing?
Mate.
Yeah.
Good on him. You know, in these tough economic times, some people, some businesses are making cutbacks.
Yeah, joint roller.
Snoop Dogg is not.
My grandfather, Corker, used to smoke 50 rollies a day, and he's a dairy farmer.
Wow.
He needed a joint roller. He needed, a 50 roller. He needed a rolling
He
man.
sure did.
Because he would never have got any
50 a
work
day.
done.
I wonder if Snoop Dogg's joint roller is paid by the hour or by the joint.
Good question.
You know,
Me, get delivery like a G. See, hungry dog
I
got
love this song.
It's his best song.
It's his best song.
It's his best song.
Katy Perry's recorded one now, a
goes
Menu
for
Log song.
Really?
Yeah, and it's just not as good.
It is hard, though, when you do get asked Snoop Dogg's best songs. You can't get it out of your head, and
Yeah.
you can't think of any other songs.
That's one.
His career is now defined by Menu Log.
Get delivery like a G.
Like a G.
You get
Hungry
it?
dogs gotta eat. I get mine. every
Hungry
day.
dog has got to eat.
Yeah, I mean, it's a factual song as well.
Hey, what about this? What about Internet Explorer?
Hungry Dog's got it.
Internet Explorer, by the way.
Yes, it's going, isn't it?
It's retiring, Swanee. It's headed out to pasture as of Wednesday. It was no longer. Microsoft will no longer support the once dominant browser. People forget how big it was. It was the only option.
huge.
Rockstar.
It was a rock star. It used to just walk in. Internet Explorer would walk into that to menu lock. Yeah. Like that's when Internet Explorer you knew was at the party because you'd hear this.
Did somebody say menu log?
And then Internet Explorer would walk in. It was the king.
King.
Big giant E.
Who were its rivals? Did it have any rivals at this stage?
Firefox, Mozilla,
Mozilla was
It fell by the wayside.
yeah, it was
very
it's
quickly.
Coke and Pepsi there for a little while.
Alta Vista.
Alta Vista.
Was it Alta Vista?
I think it was.
Then Chrome came and ate it.
Chrome.
Well, I still
I don't-
choose. I'm going to have to change my ways because if given the option, I always choose Internet Explorer.
No, I'm
Yeah,
a,
I'll just go,
about
yeah,
Safari?
try it out.
I'm a Safari man
Oh,
now.
maybe Safari.
Yeah, that's the one, Swanee.
That's the one.
So the legions of web servers that apparently was actually quite polarizing. Surfers love to hate it. But the 27-year-old application now joins BlackBerry phones, dial-up modems, and it's just in the dustbin of tech history. 27's young, isn't it?
Part of the 27 Club with Cobain and...
Yes.
Yeah. There you go. So farewell. Violated one of the greats. Also farewell to Pizza Hut. Pizza Hut in South Australia is in the news. Pizza Hut in South Australia is in the news.
Please don't tell me it's closing. It's the last one and it's closing.
It's closing.
Oh, God.
What happened to Pizza Hut?
What's the point
I don't know.
anymore?
It's sad because when he's not shooting Survivor, Jonathan LaPaglia works there, and that's what there's. It's the only Pizza Hut with a Michelin hat. Do you know that? It's very good. It's a very good Pizza Hut. It's the last one in Australia, and South Australia's one is closing down.
Why?
I don't know.
Why can't people get behind it?
Or have you? I haven't.
There's none here.
Good point.
The all-you-can-eats used to be unbelievable. It was such a thrill, wasn't it?
Magical.
The one at Belmont was unbelievable.
And the one at Altona.
Hey, this is one thing I've had on my. There's a little bit of random thoughts. Although this stuff is from the weekend. Have you got the Stanley Tucci grab there, Dino?
Stand by, scanning.
It should be on the right somewhere. No.
Yeah, you found it.
Yeah. Hey, it's a half game. This is a YouTube clip of Stanley Tucci. If you don't know who he is,
He's
look
an
him
actor
up.
and food guy.
Thank you. Right. This is him cooking a very, very simple dish, which is just garlic and olive oil. Right. Have a listen to this.
Here's a recipe that my dad used to cook on a Friday night. This is pasta con aglio e olio. So pasta with garlic and oil.
You may know him from The Devil Wears Prada. He's know who he is, don't you?
Yeah.
He wrote one of the most popular memoirs of this year.
Really?
My question is this: this possibly could be an ongoing game. That's on YouTube.
Yeah.
He's cooking a pasta with garlic and olive oil.
One of the greats.
Takes about 4 minutes.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
That's all it is, right? So it's a classic old Italian dish. How many views do you reckon Stanley Tucci cooking aglio olio is?
Well, Swanee's good at this game. How many, Swanee?
How many? The great Stanley Tucci.
8 million.
You've done it again.
I can't play this game. I always
I'm with you, Swanee. I would have said.
How many would you have said?
I would have said 30 million.
I always overreach.
You both would have said 8 million and 30 million for a bloke cooking a garlic and onion pasta a garlic and oil pasta that takes 4 minutes.
Well, I think
30 million people.
Stanley Tucci, and he's
Matt-
worldwide.
Mate,
He's a cook.
eight's not
He's a
unreasonable.
critic.
I thought it was big at 966,000.
That's not worth mentioning.
It was obviously just put up yesterday.
What's
Give
wrong
it
with
some
you?
time.
Yeah, that's right. Give it
Stop
time,
attacking me.
mate.
Oh, yeah, no, stop attacking him. We've promised. He's delicate today.
That's right.
His
I
love
was surprised at that. I thought that was a lot, considering it's a very it's not
a basic dish.
A very basic dish, not overly entertaining, not a lot of bells and whistles.
No
to it.
anchovies in it.
No, that's a different pasta. John.
More non-stories coming up.
This is the Chrissy, Sam and Brownie podcast.
Prime time.
Dong o'clock.
How does this work, Dino?
3 questions will get you $1 million dong, the hottest currency on the damn planet. It's a Vietnamese currency, and it's magnificent. Jake, how you going?
Good, mate. Easy to get my hands on all that dong.
Excellent. Now, hey,
I was going to say, now, Brody has written these questions.
I've just seen these.
You don't even write the questions
I'm
anymore.
busy. You know I'm busy.
40 buttons over there.
North.
Oh, sorry, North.
Who's more likely to get punched in the face? Stephen May or Donna Hay?
Definitely Stephen May.
Stephen May is correct.
Stephen May.
Topical stuff.
Usually by one of his teammates, apparently.
Hey, Sam,
Every
did
time.
you get your package of love from Donna Hay?
Yes, absolutely.
What was that?
Well, remember we had her on to talk about how I stuffed up that brisket.
And she
But I learned a
loves Sam. Oh, Sam, I'm going to send you
does.
a few
She
free
gets all
things
excited.
and my number.
She doesn't sound like that.
She does.
She doesn't.
Well, you would know because you talk to her every night after midnight.
You're supposed to know if you're doing impressions of her.
Also, you didn't make a brisket, you made a shit skit.
Sam, you're not Shiska.
That's right. I'm brisket.
Sam, I'm sending you some Teflon spatulas.
Hey, Jakey boy, what would you rather? A ticket to Fire Festival or a kick in the testicle?
Ticket to Fire Festival.
Correct. Well, I don't
I'm not
even
sure
know
about
that.
that. That's sort of neck and neck.
Line ball.
I'm not sure which one I'd want. Fire Festival was an absolute debacle, wasn't it, Dino?
But do you know how much a kick to the testicle it hurt, John? At Fire Festival, you're just sleeping in a crap tent. Who's more trustworthy? Brownie's daughter Macy or Kevin Spacey?
Oh. No, my daughter. I'd have to say Spacey. No.
We'll give it to you. Why not?
Jake, you are a millionaire in Vietnam. got $1 million. Dong, dong. Oh, mate, everyone wants to know, what are you going to do with all that cash?
I'm going to smother myself in it.
Sam and Brownie.
It's time to get classy.
Classy.
Hot.
He talks about football.
Where?
Mostly on Twitter.
280 characters.
And on this show as well.
Titus, I love it. I love it when you wear the three-piece suit and the hat. It's wonderful.
I always do.
First things first, move over. You're too close to me. Seriously.
Brownie
Sam's
had taken
cranky.
up the whole floor. He's got more pay work than an accountant. It's
Sam's
unbelievable.
cranky. Sam's cranky like a naughty baby.
I don't know,
So
why
just
are
give
you
him
cranky?
some space.
Why are you cranky?
I was it's a bit
Well,
late.
you stayed up past 11 last night. Jeez.
Follows Big Brother.
I got home at 4:30 in the morning after Hall of Fame.
Mate, that is magnificent.
Eclipsing Brownie's effort.
I love hearing
And so I
that.
missed the front bar because I was asleep.
Yeah, as it should have been.
Dead asleep.
Is there anything sadder, oh God, I don't miss that, than putting the key in the door at 4:30 in the morning?
No,
and
the
then-
opposite of that.
Oh no, that's
Anything more
Well
fun.
done.
no,
Yeah, exactly.
That's a terrible
Especially with the
feeling.
names you were with. Who
Yeah,
were the
Who were the ones that... Oh, Simon Black? I don't know if you've... Have you met Blackie?
Did he say anything?
Did he say anything good or bad?
Did he say anything
He
for the
told me
whole
a
night?
lot of stories about you that were...
No,
jeez.
under lock and key.
Tuesday night at the Hall of Fame, Brownie was there collecting his certificate from a couple of years ago when he was inducted during COVID. You, though, Titus,
Yes.
you had a starring role in the evening.
Well, some would not say that, but I did the opening monologue, which was terrifying because from when I said this on the night, from when I said yes to this event to when I did it, the Will Smith Chris Rock incident had happened. And like Barry Hall's in my audience, not Will Smith.
Yes,
you know,
it
like
set a very dangerous precedent.
yeah, and then Will Smith, after he slapped Chris Rock, half an hour later, they gave him a standing ovation and award.
Yeah.
So I thought, if someone slaps me, they're going to be elevated to legend status in the Hall of Fame while I watch.
Brownie, how did he go with his opening?
I thought
monologue?
he's magnificent. There was about 1,000 people in the room, just shy of 1,000, and really people are still talking. And then Titus has to open the room up. So
Yeah, they announce you and everyone's still standing.
Why are
and
they
like
still
Gil's
talking?
standing.
Why are they still talking? This is a Fox Footy production. Why don't they just quieten the crowd?
No one
Oh,
had
just-
said, no one, there was no tinking of the glasses. There was just Titus starts talking. And
So I,
then
did,
away
I was
he
like a
went.
principal.
He
I was
was.
like, okay, quiet voices. We're all going to sit.
Well, you look
right,
like one.
eyes here. I do look like one.
Good morning,
Well, I,
Mr.
don't-
O'Reilly.
I look like a principal that's been suspended.
Did you do the old... You look like a principal that requests girls wear longer skirts.
Yeah,
Have you heard about that?
absolutely.
Did you do the great...
And so they
the
should,
great,
Chrissy.
absolutely. Oh, 100%, because it's on the females.
I'm one of the few that say it should be below the ankle.
Should be below the shoes.
Did you use the old school... Did you use the old school of just standing up there and going...
Yeah, no, I didn't.
I'm waiting for everybody to mirror it back to you?
It was all the it was Gil's table that would last all sit down. So it was like Richard
works.
Goyder and all the top head of the AFL. So
Parking
they
their
were
horses.
paying me, so I couldn't be too.
I love the. What about early on? You went with the. You might have missed the mark a little bit with an Essendon gag.
I did do
What
an
was it?
Essendon gag that people I think were a bit worried to laugh at because I said
There was a big contingent of Essendon people there.
There was a big contingent, and Kevin Sheedy had been inducted earlier a few years ago as a legend of the game. There are only two legends in the room: John Nichols, great Carlton man, and Kevin Sheedy. So I acknowledged both of them. I said, Kevin, your legacy grows every year. Turns out making Essendon a powerhouse club of the competition a lot harder than you made it look.
Mate, that's fun.
And they just... But then Kevin Sheedy came up and said he loved it. So I was like, well, as long as you liked
It was
it.
one of
but-
those moments where the whole room turns to the Essendon table.
Yeah, they all watch.
That's
And
hilarious.
I loved it because as a comedian, you either want to laugh or you want that sort of reaction. But you know what happens?
You
I've
didn't
done.
me laugh in the background.
I know. Most of it was just silence and then Brownie laughing. It was great. But every time I've done one of those gigs, so I've done like AFL Grand Finals and all that. So you have every club president there, right? And so I do it all. And without fail, I come off and I get people, and so you make a bit of fun about their club, right, or something that's happened. Every time they come up, the club presidents will come up to you one by one over the course of the night afterwards, and they'll go, time to get some new jokes about Carlton or something like that, right? They'll kind of act like they're
About
annoyed
their own-
at
about
you.
their own club.
About their own
Yeah.
club. And then you get the other ones come up and go, you didn't mention us. So you can't win. Like
May I ask two things? There was the sound of. I know that Brownie said that the room wasn't exactly at attention when you started talking.
When I started talking, by the end they were asleep. They were dead quiet by the time I finished. I sorted that out.
Did you hear the sound of cutlery?
No.
Were they eating?
No, not
They
at
weren't
the
eating.
bit.
Well,
They
that's
only served after I finished, which was nice of them.
The last thing was, how long do you reckon you're up there? 5 minutes?
It's 5 minutes, roughly.
I thought that...
Felt for everyone else like 20.
I thought that... Because I caught the end of it, and it was obvious to me that the host, Sarah Jones, absolutely loved your bit.
Some of the greatest contributors to what is the greatest game that's ever been. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Standing ovation.
Thank you, Titus, for that entertaining introduction to the night.
That was so reading whatever you put on the cue card.
Let's have another listen.
Thank you, Titus, for that.
Here we go.
Thank you, Titus, for that entertaining introduction to the night.
I'm going to play that at the end of every gig I do now.
Well, mate, at the end of every...
I'm going to pitch that clip.
I know you've got another segment, but at the end of every segment, we're going to play this.
Thank you, Titus, for that entertaining introduction to
the morning.
Chrissy, Sam and Brownie.
Good morning, Melbourne. Chrissy, Sam and Brownie on Nova 100. Titus O'Reilly's in the studio.
Just before we start a massive game tomorrow night between St Kilda and Essendon. It's actually Spud's game. November and St Kilda Footy Club have partnered to bring a Spud game for mental health. It's their mental health match, Swanee. So get along. It's a chance to celebrate the memory of our great friend Danny Frawley, who's an absolute legend, encourages us all to look after the mental health of our mates. So that'll be fantastic. So get along to that big game tomorrow night at Marvel Stadium because, Swanee, tonight and tomorrow night are the only games in Melbourne for the weekend. Ooh, so it's your only chance.
You'd be proud of me. I'm going to the footy tonight.
I'm proud of you for going to the football.
Snow is fork.
Oh, God.
But you'll be warm in your box.
I don't think so.
Good point, Titus.
Don't act like you're a man of the people. Going to be.
I'll be in level 3. I think I need a lift pass to get up there. By the way, it's going to be cold. It's going to be cold, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it will be.
Who is it? Carlton Richmond.
A huge game.
It's a
game of the round.
blockbuster.
Yeah, that'd be. I like Chrissy loves us doing tipping. So anyway, I should say, Hall of Fame, it was great to see you and all your family there.
It was great, yeah.
And that is the one thing about the Hall of Fame that's nice. It's actually afterwards when everyone's hanging around, you see how much it means to everyone.
Yeah, you do. It was nice in the room. I said to Swanee, because the telecast finishes at 10:30, but the room, they don't exit you from the room until about midnight. So you get about an hour and 90 minutes to hang around and to mingle and talk to, because you want your autograph book there. You want to go around. I feel like going, unbelievable. Olivia, I took my daughter, which was beautiful for her to see. She got dressed up, but she's a Carlton supporter. And I said, and guess who she's sitting beside at the table? I said, you are sitting beside two of the greatest of all time. She's sitting beside Diesel Williams and Stephen Kernahan.
That's unbelievable.
So she went and got a photo, and then Kuda was on the other side of the table. So I said, Liv, you don't realise how lucky these are iconic names.
Did he have some Suvlaki Hut vouchers in his suit jacket pocket?
Well, I had one point where I had Matthew Pavlich,
went in
who
the
was
Hall of Fame.
went in the Hall of Fame. He was wearing my hat.
That's right.
And
his old man Steve.
It's a good night.
And Simon Black was wearing my glasses. So I was literally blind. Literally this time, not figuratively.
How did you go? Because we went down after that.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I stopped it when Brownie asked for my pants. So I said, "Hang on, guys,
have a limit.
this is getting a bit."
That was
and then
aftermath. We went downstairs the casino.
We went down and then
Titus was there. He was there holding court.
I didn't think I was going to be able to keep going until we ran into Bailey Smith. That was very fortunate at that point.
I don't know. No one knows what that means.
I'm very disappointed in Bailey Smith.
Why?
Can I just say? Because he admitted to it. There is a great tradition of sports people making up excuses when they get caught doing this stuff.
Yes, that's
and
good
he
point.
just said, I did it. I wasn't in a great place. I did it. It's kind of like, where do you go?
Yep.
But usually they come up with all the reasons. And then it was just a picture of him holding it as well. So I've said he didn't do the traditional one of saying, which any kid who ever got caught smoking behind the shed in the school said, I was holding it for a friend. He could have said that. He could have said I was holding it for a friend. And also, holding it's not a problem. I mean, I met a great guy in Colombia and got me to bring back 2 kilos of the stuff on the plane. Now, you're saying that's illegal, are you? Is that, I mean, seriously, just holding it.
Apparently.
It's just manners, that is.
That's manners. But you know what he really should have done? He didn't test positive, but my favourite one, we hear these excuses, no one believes them, right? You know, like Shane Warne said his mum's hot, like, you know, there's all these different ones you have, and we know them all. But Richard, this is the tennis player, Richard Gasquet. He claimed when he tested positive for cocaine, do you remember this? This was about 2009.
This is a kissing?
He said, I was kissing a woman called Pamela in a nightclub the night before. And that's how it got into my body.
She must have done it.
One.
We were kissing.
But it worked. Did it? It's like they did it.
How long did it take to workshop Pamela?
I know.
Pamela, you dirty, naughty bird.
I know.
She had coke on her lips?
Yeah.
Well, they reckon she'd taken... I don't know how it works, Dino.
Neither do I.
No one does. No one in this building would know how to do this. Is FM radio.
You put the woman's...
It's not... We're not the people to ask.
When you're making out with a woman, you put the woman's nose in your mouth.
Oh, that's what I've been doing wrong all these years.
Yeah, that's how it works.
Really?
Is that a French kiss?
Yes, it is.
That's what a French kiss is.
No, it's a Roman kiss.
It's a weird one.
Yeah.
The excuses are amazing. Even going back to, I remember like the first time I ever heard of someone making up an excuse. Remember, it was Alex Watson who got done for. I don't know what he got done for, but he said
too much caffeine in his system.
Yeah, which was a performance enhancing sport. I mean, it's Olympics.
I remember the Seoul Olympics in '88.
Yeah, there you go. And this guy just said,
what did he say?
I had 27 cups of coffee. So it's not my.
That is not illegal.
27. I think that's the number. I'm going.
Yeah, it was. It was so ridiculous.
See, I believe that though. Ash Williams and I, when we have coffee together, drink about that
27?
much. Yeah, we are ridiculous.
He's a fiend on the coffee, and my dad's wife's had 32 coffees in a day. People do that. Yeah, I know. It's
How
hard
strong
to
are
believe. Very.
Some of the favourites is one guy claimed that he was found with like testosterone in his body. He said it's not performance enhancing like on the track. He was having penis enlargement thing called extends, spelt with a Z, which just screams medical competency. And my favourite ever though excuse, this guy, I love that every sport has it. Curling had it. Remember the guy took the same thing as Maria Sharapova, mendonium. Mendonium, Maria Sharapova said, well, it's a heart condition thing. She took it for 10 years and the manufacturer said, you meant to take it for 4 weeks. But this guy's a Japanese billiards team and he got caught with too much testosterone.
That's recently, isn't it?
Really? It wasn't that long ago. Yeah. And then, he had methyl testosterone, which is sort of a synthetic version of the hormone, and so he's being grilled by the drug panel. You know, why are you doing it? And he screamed, "It's for my performance in bed," and he yelled at them, "My wife is entitled to be satisfied." And I think
it's always someone else's fault, isn't it?
I think that they are.
Well,
I love that.
All the women members of the panel cleared him.
That's the next step after I say, my wife, who I love, is entitled to be satisfied.
That's
Titus, when are you going to admit that you're freaking out a little bit?
About
3 in a row you've lost. No, about that's the Melbourne thing.
Oh, sorry.
You've lost 3 in a row, mate.
Oh, no, we're only top of the ladder. It's
you said that last week.
Max is out.
He's gone for a month.
Said that last week.
Yeah, no, look, he's been holding us back. How panicked am I? Pretty panicked.
Yeah. No. It's over, but it was beautiful while it lasted.
Yeah, let's just be happy it happened.
Yeah.
Over.
Yeah, this is very much our new theme song.
Don't
we
cry.
need Dean Lewis to sing
Don't cry because it's over. Smile because it happened, Titus.
Jesus.
Hey, it's wonderful to see. I think Sarah Jones has got something to say.
Thank you, Titus, for that entertaining introduction to
The Morning.
Chrissy, Sam and Brownie.
The podcast.
Morning, Melbourne. You're a bit cold at the moment, aren't you? You're a bit chilly. Yesterday was cold as
fresh.
Mother-in-law's kiss.
Oh. Today's worse though, Swanee. Today's
worse. It says 15.
At the moment. Yeah, you're
Says
right.
it's gonna get
Go and
to
look.
15.
Hey, Sam. Great chat, isn't it? Hey, Sam, did you grab the newspaper for me on the way? Yeah.
It's freezing.
I did not. No, I did not. Sorry, Jonathan. Why should I pretend I don't know, or do you want me to? What do you want me to do here?
Sam.
Listen, he's in the paper, Swanee.
Yeah. And it's not for what you expect.
What for, Sam?
For being in the AFL Hall of Fame.
No, it's for you won.
Right.
You won.
in the car.
Oh, yeah, that's true. You played golf yesterday.
Yes.
And you may, I don't know how many are in the field there at Huntingdale.
What?
You played
Hundreds.
You
Over the age of 70.
Hundreds.
You were victorious in the daily competition there at Huntingdale.
It's a good effort after the Hall of Fame night.
Well,
Not
no, mate.
if you don't say so yourself.
Exactly. I was going to say, do you even need us here for this?
And as if it's not already enough to just be that person. Your name was published in the newspaper.
Well, Swanee, we do get our names are in the paper from time to time, but we're not worried about all that.
No.
There is no greater
Means nothing.
honour than just having your name. Not even
No
your full
greater
name.
honour.
It says J Brown
No greater honour.
with a number beside it, and it
What
says
is the number?
What did he have? Well, what did you have yesterday?
+2, which
The thing
doesn't
is,
mean
that
a lot.
means nothing,
You
does it?
don't get in the semantics of it all, Swanee.
I'll tell you, the problem though with Swanee,
What is the problem?
it doesn't happen all the time, but it has happened. We've been quite fortunate over the journey, as you would say, Brent,
Yeah.
to, myself included, to have been triumphant on a day's competition at a golf course, right? The last time it happened to me. Do you think that? Do you remember what happened?
Yeah, you didn't appear in the newspaper.
No. So it's as if it never happened.
So we've
Whereas
just started.
Lugnuts over there goes in, it's almost front page.
Yes, John.
Page 73. Get out there and buy your papers today. I've already bought. Actually, you know what? Remember back in the day, if you're ever in the paper, the local, you'd have to get down and you buy about 15 copies for all your family.
Exactly.
I'll be
Yeah.
doing that today, Swanee.
It's
It's
a
not
big
fair.
deal.
Get out there and buy your papers. It's
Ow.
page 73.
Correct. And also get a magnifying glass. Our boss is calling.
It's tiny.
Our boss is calling and suggesting tomorrow at this time that we don't welcome everyone to the show with a chat about the weather and golf.
Okay, fine. Well, nerd alert.
Maybe
is what I'll
weather,
say.
but I'll be happy with golf.
Do you want to see what this looks like? Well, get the visuals on Instagram. Follow Chrissy, Sam and Brownie.
You want to sense of the day, Swanee?
Yes.
How about some tropical stuff?
Thursday, June 16th. Melbourne. Without Captain Max Gawn for a month.
That's a long time.
Good news for Brisbane Lions supporters. We play them next Thursday night. Not to sort of dance on Maxie's grave.
That's what it sounded like.
It does sound like
Genuine dancing.
We love Maxie, so he'll be in next week to talk about it.
Oh, well,
he's in a moon boot.
he'll be
He's an
limping
ankle.
in.
He doesn't talk with his ankle. Come on, Swanee.
Yes, Jonathan. That is big, mate.
No,
That's
I know.
big, brother.
That's
Believe
the
it or not.
That's the sequel to I Don't Run on My Face.
I know.
Finally, we got it.
That's Terminator 2 level, brother.
What was it again?
He doesn't talk through his ankle.
He doesn't.
He doesn't talk with his ankle.
I agree, but he's got to drive in here and he can't drive.
Well, let's get him a driver. Titus.
Stephen May. Scans show that he suffered an ankle syndesmosis injury, Swanee, in Monday's loss. You had anything like that, Jonathan?
Absolutely. I had a syndesmosis. They're a pain in the ass or a pain in the ankle because they just hang around. They're used to be called a high ankle sprain.
This might be This must be the best thing, by the way, for that team. They won 10 in a row, didn't they? They might need to start they've had a big break, 3 in a row, but then get Maxie needs to be ready for the back half of the season and then September. Not peaking now. No,
That's true.
Just winning 15, 16 in a row and then, we're just bored.
There is a bit of Melbourne. There is a bit about that with Melbourne. I reckon, they've been in the top for a long time. People are panicking. Melbourne will be okay.
Max will be in here on Monday and a bit to talk about.
Yeah.
We'll get his first-hand account. Not that he was there at Entrecot, but just the goings-on and the machinations of the footy
we
club.
might start with the menu and see what he would order. Do you know what I mean?
And he'll be on Tuesday because we got the Logies on Monday. Tuesday, Maxie.
That's true. Thank you very much. Microsoft's Internet Explorer retired this week. Gone. Valet.
Valet.
It's been a while since I've used it.
Launched in 1995. It was the dominant browser for a while.
Did you say burn in
I
hell?
said burn in hell. It compromises your security.
Yeah, it just, it came pre-installed on a lot of computers, so we didn't really have a choice,
No
Swanee.
choice.
And now that there's a choice. Then again, I feel as though, What are we? I'm a safari
You're
man.
a safari man.
When
I'm
was
a
it
Chrome
usurped by Safari, do you think? 'Cause
10
it
years?
says-
Last 10 years?
I don't know. I feel like I still use it.
I was a Mozilla man for a while. Firefox.
Mozilla Firefox.
Can you try Chrome? It's luxurious.
Really?
Yes.
I'm on Chrome
Yeah,
now.
it is. I've switched over.
But I think I still use Internet Explorer.
What?
Is it possible? Let me check.
Well, not anymore.
It's on a,
It's
what
been
are you
retired.
using on a landline? James Packer to receive astronomical payday as Blackstone takeover of Crown is confirmed. He's the billionaire who's the largest single owner of shares in Crown will pocket $3.6 billion in exchange for 37% of the company. That's a lot of money.
Yeah, well, yeah.
He has a hot take.
Actually,
That's a lot of money.
magnificent.
A
It was
VHS.
a good pivot by him. Actually, historically, it was a good pivot by him from East Own Channel 9, didn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Pivoted into casinos.
A VHS copy of Back to the Future. Oh, here we go. Swanee, you're up again.
Yeah.
Was sold for a VHS copy of Back to the Future, which surprisingly for some is not really one of mine. I've seen it once and it was fine.
I love it.
So a VHS copy of Back to the Future sold
I
for
love
how
it,
much?
but only because I had the serious horn for Michael J. Fox.
I would have thought Christopher Lloyd was your man.
Well, now I'm more of a Christopher Lloyd.
What about Elizabeth? Shoo.
Sister of
Andrew Shue.
Andrew Shue.
that I met outside my damn house.
Yeah.
And if we follow that, try to get him.
No, not interested.
Oh, well, we had to go. How much was that? How much did that VHS go for?
Not that much. 150,000.
It's a gift.
Have I done it again?
Well, you've gone low as in not that much, but your low is still higher than it actually was. Does that make sense? So $75,000 for a VHS copy.
Jesus, great
Tony
movie.
Martin can bring it in on Tuesday, by the way. I think he's possibly the only man in the world who still has a VHS, so he's the only one who can play the tape.
Why is it so expensive? I can't imagine it's very rare.
Well, it was... here it is. Still in its original shrink wrap.
Yeah.
Much like many of my wrestling figurines. No, they're not in shrink wrap. I play with them.
No, they're dolls.
They're figurines.
What good is a doll in its shrink wrap?
Good question, Swanee.
No, it's useless. None of my... I just want that out. That none of mine are still in their boxes.
Do you have events like you have WrestleMania every year where you...
Panga comes over.
Yeah. Panga's coming over.
Hulkster and Ric Flair go head to head. That's
Do you get your mum to make a custom ring for them?
No, I've got a ring.
The old man's a referee.
Yeah, and Panga's coming over tonight. We're recreating WrestleMania 3. It's Thursday. Hold on. Is that weird?
No, it's fine.
Panga he takes it to another level. He actually dresses up in the trunks, you know what I mean, and oils it up.
Robin makes a ring.
Yeah.
I've got a ring.
He said that.
Hey,
He's got a
Seinfeld.
ring.
It's in near mint condition. That's the big thing there, Swanee. But it's still $75,000. It's the highest sum ever for a VHS tape. It's Jerry Seinfeld. You may remember, he's obviously famous for his television show and then stand-up.
And for wearing runners with jeans.
Yes, the
only man that can pull that off.
Comedians in cars getting coffee. If you've never seen it, it's amazing.
And trying to book a table at Mario's, our favourite.
Couldn't get it.
Brunswick Street,
Really?
Fitzroy, and they
I
said,
did that
sorry,
on not on this day.
I can't
we don't,
remember that.
we don't take bookings, not even for you, Jerry Seinfeld.
Okay, same thing happened to Kelly Slater at Justin Lane Restaurant in Burleigh because I was in there looking outside and Kelly Slater was lined up about 15 deep.
He also said no to a hug from your girl. Famously.
Kesha.
Didn't know who she was. Yikes.
Yeah.
So anyway, he's kind of anti-films, anti-acting. I think he did a movie called Ants, I think.
Yes.
But he has assembled an A-list cast for his...
B-movie, didn't he do? B-movie.
Yeah, B-movie. For his directorial debut. It's Netflix. It's called Unfrosted the Pop-Tart Story.
Oh.
One of his famous jokes was about Pop-Tarts. And then he's born... If you look online, you can see him actually construct it and talk about the mechanics of the joke. Anyway, Unfrosted the Pop-Tart Story will star Melissa McCarthy.
Great.
Jim Gaffigan, Amy Schumer, Hugh Grant, and James Marsden.
Welcome back, James Marsden, by the way.
Well,
Where
I
have you been?
said to Jack, James Marsden, I know the name, and then Jake said, yeah, I know James Marsden from, what did you say? I know James Marsden from 27 Dresses. Well done, Jack.
27 Dresses.
Yeah, I'm gonna go out on a limb and suggest you haven't seen that movie.
No, I wouldn't have thought so.
Catherine Heigl. Thank you, Jeff.
Has Hugh ever returned to the heights that he pre-Divine Brown?
Yes, absolutely.
Really?
Brother,
With what?
He's still working, and he's fine.
I know he's still working.
With what?
I understand that, but
He's had a great career.
I know he's had a great career, but pre and post, I would have thought Hugh Grant pre was a bigger name.
About a Boy was after.
Was Notting Hill before or after?
I believe
that was before.
You sure?
After.
No way.
Prove it. Prove me wrong,
No
John.
way. Notting Hill was before Divine Brown.
I'm going to Gunners for this.
After Love Actually, Notting Hill, the one he did with Meryl Streep, it was massive.
Suck it, John.
John, just apologise. Apologise to the listener.
No, I'll be checking Gunners.
Divine Brown was back in the 90s.
What would Gunners know? Honestly. He's been doing this for 30 years.
Don't turn on Gunners.
He was still with Elizabeth Hurley.
I
And
know,
that was
that's
after
right.
4 Weddings and a Funeral.
So-
Then they ditched, and then he did all the other movies. You are so wrong.
In terms of the timeline, 1995 was Divine Brown, and 1999 was not.
Apologise, Brownie. Apologise.
You're going to all go and get stuffed. The lot of yous.
That's as close as.
This is the Chrissy, Sam and Brownie podcast.
Yes. Kate Bush. Good morning, Chrissy, Sam and Brownie on Nova 100. I hope Peg's listening now, Swan.
She's not, sadly. I just spoke to her, and she's walking into school.
Well, that's a shame because you just missed a wonderful moment in this show's history where Jonathan asked if Hugh Grant had done anything since the Divine Brown
I didn't say
incident.
anything.
Anything.
I said his height of his career.
Since the Divine Brown incident in 1990.
And he was ready to die on the hill.
Yeah, and the answer to the question, has Hugh Grant done anything since then, was everything. His whole career basically happened after that.
That's right. I said his best body of work, pre or post. And I was probably slightly out.
No.
He's probably slightly out of whack. I didn't realise that Notting Hill was 99 and Divine Brown was 95.
Literally everything.
Everything.
Like maybe even 4 Weddings and a Funeral. I don't know. But maybe that was just before.
That was just before. Anyway, Swanee.
I want to talk about Robert Irwin, who is my favourite Irwin. He's the son, in case you're wondering who he is.
You're not allowed to call him Bob anymore.
No, because the grandfather. So Steve Irwin's father is Bob.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
What do you mean? Was that a press release or something?
Well, when we spoke to him, they said call him Robert.
Yeah.
Not Bob.
And I just sort of noticed over the last few years he's always referred to as Robert. So
Sam,
I'd like to.
Don't you read the
you can all
guest
start calling
notes?
me Samuel from now on.
We will.
Okay, I will.
Get the
In
billboards
fact,
changed.
I was interested to hear that you didn't like Sam.
Get the billboards changed.
Get the billboards changed. You can actually go, I'll give you a Posca. Welcome to the conversation.
Samuel and Brownie.
Well, what's Robert up to, Swanee?
So Robert was he was at Australia Zoo, where he always is, and he does this fantastic crocodile show, which I saw last year. It was amazing. He is amazing. Yes. I love him so much, and my daughter loves him. Everybody loves Robert Irwin, but none so much as Madeline Grass, who hung over the stadium wall, because when he's walking in and out with the crocodiles, you could talk to him because he's so close. And she had slid into his DMs and hadn't heard anything.
Oh.
And turned up to Australia Zoo just to make herself known. She's a cutie pie. We've Insta stalked her. Now let me play what happened, and you as 3 men tell me, is this a full knockback for Madeline, or is the door still open for some Robert Irwin action?
I think you're so cute. I was wondering if I could have your number.
Well, I'm very flattered.
Very flattered.
Thank you.
America.
Oh, nice. That's the whereabouts.
Utah.
Cool. Oh, no, Utah's great. Yeah, well, I tell you what, the easiest way is usually like on Instagram, because then like people can look at it and monitor it and see when it comes through.
Okay.
Because my number's hit and miss.
My number's hit and miss. But you can DM me in Insta, right? So is that a knockback?
She'd already done that, hadn't she? You just tell me that. She already done
He
it.
doesn't know that yet. I've told you that, so you know where this is going.
John, Oh, here we go. Second bit.
Okay, this is so random, but I actually DM'd you last night to tell you I was coming here today.
Oh, no. Okay, well, what was your name?
Megan Grass.
Okay, I'll look it up.
Perfect.
No worries.
Thank you.
Good on you. All right.
What else does you want? He's going to look it up.
I think that's great, don't you?
Absolutely. Well, he mightn't have checked it either.
No,
He
of
might
course
check
it was.
his
He said
DM.
very clearly
Yes.
it's his people that run it. Her name's Megan Grass. Sorry, I said Madeline. Megan Grass, I think.
Megan.
If it is a blow-off, it is a soft, beautiful blow-off.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
He's very respectful.
But the thing is, the Irwins have form. That's how his parents met.
Really?
Yeah. Terry went to the zoo and saw Steve and was like, I'll have a piece of that. And it's also how
ass.
Bindi and Chandler.
Chandler!
He was a visitor from.
Just go to the
zoo.
Dino.
Wow.
You've got to start going to the zoo, mate.
No. You've got to have your own zoo. If you've got your own zoo, you don't need Tinder.
But hold on, though, Swanee. You know, Dino could reverse it. Do you know what I mean? Like, if they've met at the zoo, then Dino could be the one going to the zoo.
I could be the Lena Roverer.
Yeah.
You could. Do you like Robert Irwin?
I do, yes.
No, but there's someone else working at the zoo.
Well, that could be Vanessa Sunshine could own as
Oh, yeah, it always comes back, doesn't it?
Ever wondered what happens in the studio? Check out Chrissy, Sam and Brownie on Instagram.
What I do want to care about and want to learn about is your induction into the Hall of Fame, which of course happened at the beginning of COVID. So it was Zoom, and I remember feeling really sorry for you. Like, this is a really amazing honour, and, you know, you're going to remember this forever. And it's on Zoom.
Well, I was very lucky that I had the family here, Swatty. You put together a beautiful show.
That's right.
The Hall of Fame. Remember the next morning?
Yeah.
Or that morning?
I do.
It was beautiful. That's a great memory. So I do feel as if I did get my ceremony, Swanee. So that was a very nice thing that you guys did, but I did get the official one was Tuesday night. It was great. So they had the class of 2020 and the class of 2021, which got presented to the crowd.
Fantastic.
After Titus got everyone to sit down at the start of the night. So we got to doll up in our penguin suits, Swanee. There was a bit of a discussion here Tuesday morning. I was asking you and Jackie Charles going, should I buy a proper tux shirt?
Yes.
And you were very convincing in the argument that we should, so I went up there and got the tux shirt. I'm glad I did, because everyone had the black buttons on.
Didn't you ask me?
And the bow tie.
Get one of those
Why would I ask you?
those T-shirt ones. They're red of the races. They're great.
I'm glad I didn't, because I was in good company there. So there was some great...
I'm just imagining Jonathan Brown being called up with the absolute AFL luminaries.
Yeah.
On the advice of Sam Pang.
with your
in a
T-shirt tuxedo. They're genius, mate. When you see some guy wearing them
It
at the
is
races,
smart.
it's still well done, mate. Good
and
on
then
you.
tell you how you can really trick people is if you wear a jacket
Over
with
the top.
No one would ever
And his
know.
facial expression would say, how good's this?
Hey, look at
Oh,
me.
absolutely. With a spinning bow tie.
No, mate, you don't need it. It's already on the T-shirt, Brownie. That's the genius of it.
It wouldn't have looked as good. I was up on stage there with Dennis Committee, Simon Black,
Wow.
Juddy, just to name a few of the
It's a
crew.
big
Greg
night.
Phillips.
We were just genuinely saying how great it is that you actually got your kind of moment because 2 years ago when you're inducted during COVID and it's like what you sat down with Gerard Whateley for 20 minutes. I mean, that's not how you should be inducted into the Hall of
I got
Fame.
to take my daughter along, Olivia. That was beautiful. And Mum and Dad came down, my siblings, family. So it was a lovely night. A few of the inductees, Matty Pavlich, one of the greats of the game, he went in there. Nicky Winmar. I thought Nicky Winmar would have been in the Hall of Fame, but I loved it was a special night. We never get to see Tony Lockett. So when they do the package, when they do the introduction, it's usually a 3 or 4 minute montage, and usually a former teammate does all the talking over the highlights. It was Plugger Lockett. Was talking about Nicky. They can't get him for anything, so it obviously
Shows you how much respect he has.
he had. So that was awesome. And the Nicky Winmar highlights were unbelievable. And
How
then
does
with
he
Plugger
talk?
voicing it over.
What's Plugger's voice like? Is it?
No, he's very well spoken.
Okay.
Yeah, and he's lost a lot of weight, Swanee, because he's very fit. He's a fitness fanatic now.
Yes.
So he lives up in northern New South Wales. So
Did Plugger hang around after for like yarns?
No, it was in the
Plugger wasn't
video
there.
montage
Sorry, gotcha,
piece. So it's just great to see him. He's, of course, a legend.
Nicky Winmar has been on front bar a few times, so the highlights are well known to us. But he got up there. Well, you were there, but Nicky Winmar got inducted in the Hall of Fame and got up to the microphone, and his first words were, "About time."
Yeah, he said that again. Yeah, he did. It was great, wasn't it? Famously, he was from a small country town in Perth. A very small country, Pingelly.
Pinjarra?
Pingelly, I think.
Oh, Pingelly. Okay, right.
And he said to his mum, because he didn't want to tell his mum that he was going to Melbourne to play footy. So he went to Melbourne and then rang her up after training, said, how was training, son? Yeah, it was good. He said, I'll be home soon. She goes, yeah, no worries. And then, so she went down to watch him train at South Fremantle the next day, thinking she's going to watch him. And she said, where's Nicky? And they said, hasn't he told you he's playing for St Kilda? She cried all the way home.
I really hope he's done something about that clearly avoidant behaviour.
Absolutely. So it was great, Swanee. We did finish the night with Sticks Kernan, Pav, Dean Cox, Jamie Sharman, Blackie was there, Jeff Southby. I've got a lot of Carlton blokes. It was that old
Yeah,
Carlton
that's right. There's a lot of Carlton blokes in the Hall of Fame. That's
and
right.
Percy Jones. I bought Percy a Crown Lager. And then we're just sitting, my favourite night, at the end of the night.
You
just
bought him one or you just got him one?
No, I bought him a Crown Lager. I said to Percy, it'd be my honour.
How did you pay for it then? If you bought it, how did you pay for it?
Cold cash, mate. Okay. Beautiful cash. So I bought him a Crown Lager. Percy Jones, of course, a legendary Carlton premiership player.
I do know about Percy
You
Jones.
would know about Percy. But anyway, we went over to the corner after I'd handed over the beer. Diesel Williams was there. We're holding court. There was Clark Keating, Simon Black, myself and Diesel, and I said we're talking about Diesel, I say, Blackie was very slow. He didn't move that well, but, he's just highly skilled. And I said to Diesel, what about you? He goes, no, I was the same. He said, I was slow. I said, what about around Princess Park? Would you do the time trials? He goes, yeah, no, a lot of blokes would beat me around there. I wasn't big. I was short. I was a little bit thick. So I had one big problem, though. And Clark Keating said, what was that? He goes, for some reason, the footy just kept finding me.
Diesel is the best.
Yeah.
I
loved it. He's the best. So to finish off the night with those Carlton legends, and then I went and grabbed another one, Chris Judd, and we went up to our room to celebrate. We got to the bar. No alcoholic drinks there, so we finished the night with a bottle of mango juice each.
You used to be a gladiator.
And you still are.
I said, not our finest moment.
It's fine.
And not another Carlton legend, Sam.
What's that? Choice.
Another Carlton legend.
What?
Mike Fitzpatrick went in as well.
Oh, yeah.
So a lot of people were coming up to me saying, how's Sam going to feel now? Because he's now the fourth greatest Chinese footballer of all time.
And sliding.
Mike Fitzpatrick, by the way, the theory is, and I've said this to him, that he looks like he's Chinese. He's not Chinese, but he looks like Chinese. So I've always said, you're the greatest Chinese.
But you've given him an honorary post in the top five.
I think he should have been, on Tuesday night, he should have been inducted, and the word should have been the first ever Chinese footballer to be inducted in the Hall of Fame, Mike Fitzpatrick.
You should have your own Chinese Hall of Fame ceremony at Nam Lung.
You should.
That's where the reception would be. Let's be honest.
5 of you.
Anyway, there was a lot of people did mention that Sam Pang has slid to number 4.
Oh, well.
In the Chinese Hall of Fame.
I'll still take it. I'll still take it. Well done, by the way.
Anyway, good on you. Thanks,
well done, John.
Congrats.
Chrissy, Sam and Brownie.
Good morning, Melbourne. Chrissy, Sam and Brownie on Nova 100 podcast today. It's been quite an above-average show.
The man that was famous for the Go-Go Mobile ad has just passed away.
Oh. G-O.
He was a great man. Geez, I'm going well here. I've completely forgotten his bloody name. Play the ad, Dino.
I'll play the ad.
Touching tribute to
A broken fresh. Problem with my Go-Go-Mobile. Go-Go-Mobile. Problem with my Go-Go-Mobile. And I was wondering if G-O-G-G-O. Problem with my Go-Go-Mobile. Yeah? Yeah? No, not the dart. Not the dart. So I always think it's the dart. It's a weird reference.
What does he say? Not the dart?
Dart.
The dart.
Yeah, the Dart is a different model of
Different
car.
model of car.
Yeah.
Tommy Dysett. He was he just passed away overnight. That was famous. That was a Yellow Pages ad.
Yeah.
Wasn't it? And that
and it
was
featured
iconic.
a woman in it as well who was his wife in real life.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
He was a nighter.
You know, she looks at him with such love. When
She does too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good. I thought that was good acting, Swanee, when I watched this morning. He was a NIDA graduate.
Was he?
Yeah, absolutely.
Was he really?
Yeah, he was a NIDA graduate and starred in, he was in Prisoner.
I didn't know this of this guy,
Yeah.
Tommy.
All together now.
What?
Blue heelers.
Are you remembering this all off the top
Oh,
of
yeah,
your
yeah.
head?
So I'd written down, there it is. I've got it written right
You're
in front of me.
doing well.
Tommy Dysett. And the last one was Neighbours. He appeared in Neighbours as well.
Did he?
So, there
What he
you
did
go.
in Neighbours?
Was
his
he
character in Neighbours.
was he selling a car in Erinsborough on the Trading Post?
He probably would have been.
Typecast. That was in the golden era of ads. Ads were so great then in Australia.
There were TV shows playing the best ads. Do you remember those?
Absolutely. I never missed one. Loved
The
it.
fact that Neighbours didn't call him back for the final show,
big miss,
that
big
may
miss.
have been the reason he passed on, Swanee. It might have just brought him down.
It could have been.
Anyway,
Pure speculation there, by the way.
Parlay and
he's been crook for a long time. Tommy Dysett, Varley, one of the greats.
Hey, Miff Warhurst on tomorrow.
Jonathan Brown, you make me
I just
laugh
want to
so
clarify
much.
that being called back to Neighbours did not actually finish him. He's been crook for a long time. Yeah? Was that your fitting?
Well,
tribute?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure, actually. I'm confused.
He just made that up.
Anyway,
Tommy's been in hospital since February. He's been very sick, but I believe he was disappointed that he wasn't called back for Neighbours as well. Varley, Tommy Dysett.
Varley.
Chrissy, Sam and Brownie. Ripper Show will be back tomorrow. Chrissy, Sam and Brownie. Oh, unless it's a weekend.
Over 100.